Let's see the next topic, that is organization of computer. In this particular chapter, we are going to see a brief about the functional unit of computer which makes a computer itself. There are basically four units. The first one is input unit, the second one is central processing unit, the third one is memory unit, and the fourth one is output unit. Okay, all these units are interconnected with each other via some path that we are going to see. The first one is input unit. Let's see the brief about input unit. The first thing is that it accepts the instructions and data from the users. Okay, input devices are basically going to accept the data from the user, and the computer is going to convert this instruction and data in acceptable format. Okay, and the examples are keyboard and mouse, and the detail about the input devices, we have made one chapter on that. Okay, all the types of input devices, what are the different categories of input devices which is coming in the exam, that we have covered everything. Okay, as a brief, you can think like input devices as an input unit which accept the instruction and data from the user and passes that data into the computer main memory, which is controlled by a unit called control unit, which we are going to see in the CPU chapter. Okay, and as I told you, we have made a video on input output devices where we have covered everything related to the input and output devices, starting from the identification of input output devices to the questions on the specific devices. Okay, the next unit is central processing unit. So what happens after taking the input? Basically the CPU is responsible for doing that. Okay, it is going to execute the instruction and process the data which it gets from the input device. And the very important one is that it is known as the brain of computer. Okay, and these are the component. I am not going to discuss in detail about these components, starting from the CU to ALU to registers. Okay, if you want those topic in detail, we have made a separate session on that. Okay, since in this video our target is to introduce you to the units of the computer. Okay, so we are not going into details about the components of CPU. If you wish, you can go and watch this video. Coming to the next is the memory unit. As the word itself suggests that it is going to store the data and instruction. There are many types of memory units that we have seen in the classification of memory, where we have discussed each and every type of the memory which we see in the exam. Okay, and the last one is the output device. Once your data is processed, the output need to be displayed somewhere, either in the form of hard copy or the soft copy. So all such devices are known as output devices, and in this particular chapter we have completed everything. Okay, so that's it.